How on God's green earth can you not be positive as an Arsenal fan? You know, let's look at it objectively. If we disregard the fact that this is Arsenal and the club we love, yeah, obviously in an alternative universe, we've probably got 2 wins and there's bare red and draws and losses and things like that. So while we as football fans know there's many twists and turns, Arsenal are not gonna keep a clean sheet and get 3 points every game, let alone not concede a shot on target, which we did concede one against Prague, people. How can you not be positive? You know, we've got a goal in sight, which is winning silverware or multiple bits of silverware this season. And right now on the quest, we've crossed the first hurdle. Obviously, this is a marathon. We've gone through the first checkpoints, but ticking over. Yeah, there's been injuries and stuff, you know, and for me, despite the fact that, you know, that we're doing what we need to do, I think we're doing good. I don't think we're doing great yet. And that tells me the ceiling of this team, really, because clean sheets, mid blocks, low blocks, we're playing with a new maturity. We look inevitable. There's been injuries. We've been keeping it moving. But that's actually why I'm very positive about Arsenal, people, because prior, like start of the season until Newcastle, I was critical of certain attacking tactics. Above my payboard, I think Arteta has tweaked little things and he's doing things differently on top of what the players are doing. So, you know, when I see the attacking players start to go for a bit of form and actually say, be available to play consistency, get that continuity, allowing relationships to build, marry that with us defensively. I don't really care about the twists and turns and the inevitable draws and L's and things. I feel like we're strong in what we want to do, people. You know, it'd be a dream to win the Premier League, be a dream to win the Champions League, be a dream to win either. But, you know, this is so good. I have to smash the like button, people. I have to look at this a lot of times, man. Like, yeah, we lost against Liverpool, but let's be a bit lazy. Great little free kick, Arteta. I think you could have put the handbrake down. City, it's a damn shame we didn't beat them at the Emirates, but look at the clean sheets, look at the 3 points, look at what we've been doing, man. And credit to the players, whether you're a young player or a seasoned veteran, or you're someone I look at to play 30 odd times, or you're a man that comes in, you know, when there's rotation and the fixture list gets a bit condensed and heavy and we have to rotate. Everyone's done their job. So my next question is, we're doing good. Can we now start to do great? If you're my attacking players, because for me, if you ask me my players of the season or my standout candidates, I'm saying Timber, I'm saying Gabriel Magalhaes, I'm saying Saliba, I'm saying Calafiori, I'm saying David Raya when called upon. Then I'm saying probably a Rice and maybe a Zubamendi. Eze, Saka, Madueke, Kai Havertz, Gabriel Jesus. You know, you lot need to be Gyökeres mentioned in this ilk. Right now, I think our best performing attacker is Trossard and Martinelli. I want to say that about everybody. So how can you not be positive, people? But anyways, moving on, people. Who would be your player of the month for October? You've got Timber, Magalhaes, Declan Rice, and Bukayo Saka. I must admit, shout out Saka, but I don't know how you're there at this moment. Magalhaes deserves it. Timber deserves it. Rice deserves it. You might have to cut up the award and just divide it in 3 places, or there's a tie. Me, I'm going to go with Declan Rice because I feel like I've given throughout the season so far, yeah, because what, August, September, October, I feel like I've given Gabriel and Timber my own player of the month already. So I'm gonna throw that to Declan Rice, because he's in a naughty bit of form at the moment, man. It's Declan Rice, isn't it? It's as simple as that, man. Like, so yeah, who would it be for you, lot? Timber, Gabriel, Declan Rice, or Bukayo Saka, people? Now I saw this article yesterday, people, and as usual, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and in some cases, good night. I want to see what this exactly means. Andrea Berta Masterstroke vindicated as Arsenal star breaks 10-year record. What does that mean, people? What does that mean? I'm not too sure. And you would have actually seen, people, Gabriel Jesus is back, people. Gabriel Jesus is back, even to the point where that's actually something, because for me, you lot know my agenda. Gabriel Jesus left wing is crazy. Forgotten. I pause this, man. Forgotten Arsenal star 28 filmed back in training after 10 months out injured, as fans say, like a new signing. Word to us in Wenger, people. So yeah, I don't think Gabriel Jesus is fit enough. He's not registered for the champs. I don't think he's fit enough to be available at the weekend or, you know, take part in all of our first team training sessions. But it's nice to see he's joining the group in some capacity. You know, he's had 2 ACLs, you know. nasty works. But it is a World Cup year. It is a year where you feel like something that Arsenal could achieve is special. I've always said, for me, whatever you think about, I'm not going to speak about Rice and Saka and these kind of players because everyone's agreed that they're cool in it. But I would say different talking points. But Mikel Merino, Kai Havertz, Trossard, Gabriel Jesus, Martinelli, Trossard and Martinelli are doing their thing. But these are players that divide opinions. Some wanted them gone, some wanted them sold. And I'm not saying you're right or wrong or you should change those things. For me, we know we're trying to compete for 4 trophies. We know even with this new, in a positive way, bloated squad in which a noose and Dalman have even had to be utilized. You can never have too many players and there's injuries. Every player is a tool in that toolbox, and Gabriel Jesus is one of those. Who knows? Maybe Gyökeres doesn't have a muscular issue if we're able to have Kai Havertz and or Gabriel Jesus available for rotation. Gyökeres, Saka, Gabriel Jesus. I think it could be a naughty front three. I'm trying to see something. There's different kind of things. It sounds mad, yeah. But and obviously I want to see Wanyeri, Odegaard, Eze, 2 of the 3 at some point with either Rice or Zubamendi. This is gonna sound mad. But could you go, even if in terms of having new ways of playing, Gabriel Jesus on the left, Bukayo Saka on the right, Gyökeres through the middle, Kai Havertz in the Odegaard role, Declan Rice, and then do something else with another midfielder. The possibilities are endless. So yeah, large up Gabriel Jesus for being available. He has, while he's gonna be diplomatic and the market isn't open, he's clean, seemed quite defiant that he could be sold or loaned out in January. We've all seen his quotes where he said, "Yo, I'm contracted until 2027. I ain't going anywhere." And he's experienced, man. Ironically, we've got Bayern Munich coming up. Like this man as well, Trossard. When we last played them, even though we didn't go through, who stood up to be counted. So yeah, what do you lot make of Gabriel Jesus' return? But yeah, going back to this Andrea Berta thing, Hincapié has endured a stop-start beginning to his Arsenal career. Disagree with that. I wouldn't say stop-start because he signed for us with an injury. We heard Mikel Arteta said he had groin surgery in the summer. So naturally, you're gonna have to be a bit cute and clever. At this moment in time, he seems over it. It's just about building some minutes, getting some fresh legs, freshness, apologies, into his legs. And for me, I know we poke a bit of fun about this new signing thing, but I do think it will feel like a new signing for me when I see my attackers really go up the gears, or in Hincapie's case, Hincapié available, feeling fit. I've always said, he obviously takes the burden off Magalhaes, at centre half. I've always said I think the easiest thing for me, if I was picking Arsenal's 11, is left back, because I know Hincapie's body of work isn't necessarily, massive at Arsenal, but I don't care if it's him. I don't care if it's Calafiori. I don't care if it's Miles Lewis-Skelly. I believe in all of them. They're all great. Arteta, put your hand in a hat. Whichever one you want to play, people. We all know he's comfortable at left back as well as centre half. And, we pivoted away from the Hato signing for Hincapié, who is significantly more experienced. I think there's a bit of Chelsea tax, but Hato, boy, he just stinking up the gaff anytime he plays, people. Apparently, it's been a whopping 12 hours and 56 minutes since we last conceded a goal. Obviously, remember, Walt made. Hincapié has also notched up his own personal record after winning 8 draws in Prague against Slavia. It's the first time in the past 10 seasons that an Arsenal player has contested 8 or more draws in a European fixture and won 100% of him, 100% of them. Music to my ears. I mean, he's a warrior, as Xabi Alonso and Mikel Arteta said. What does this mean for Berta, though? Shout out to Calafiori, big up to Miles Lewis-Skelly. His deadline day arrival was sanctioned upon the recommendation of sporting director Andrea Berta, though it's understood Arteta had been tracking the South Americans' progress in the Bundesliga for several years. Now, we have heard Arsenal have been interested in Hincapié, so maybe Berta pulled the trigger and said, right, you man have been scouting him. Kivio wants to go, can't get Hato. Let's try for this brother. But we have been scouting him. So, yeah, big up everyone. Internally, Arsenal's summer business had initially been considered all done, but prior to the arrivals of Eze and Hincapié, but Berta stamped his influence on recruitment plans and encouraged the board to stretch their financial resources with 2 further statement high-profile additions. Thank the Lord for Andrea Berta. Berta was adamant that despite the complexity surrounding Zinchenko's exit, he'd be able to facilitate the Ukraine international's departure by any means necessary in the final days of the window. Meanwhile, he was attempting to broker a deal with Leverkusen for Hincapié, and as we know, he's gonna join us permanently in a kind of David Raya kind of deal, if that makes sense. The masterful Italian chief who wanted to bring in Capri to Atletico Madrid during his previous role was able to twist Bayern's arm. An initial loan with a 45 million buy option was agreed. We also terminated Tomiyasu's contract, and Tomiyasu's been unfortunate not to sign, not to find a club, which actually, if I'm completely honest with you, absolutely sucks, people. I don't know if anyone believes this or wants to believe this, but going into the January transfer window where there'll be speculation with Arsenal about signings and Leao's and who else is there? Semenyo's. Apparently, Rodrigo wants to leave Real Madrid in January with Arsenal and Tottenham interested in the 24-year-old. Xabi Alonso has stated he's still important. Since the summer, he's only played 90. He played 92 minutes during the Club World Cup. And since the summer has made just 2 La Liga appearances, which is absolute darkness for him, if I'm completely honest with you. So silly season. And actually, Odegaard's being linked with Barcelona, people. Arsenal made it clear they have no intention of selling him if you want to entertain those rumours. Slavia Prague captain hits out at Arsenal tactics. Cry more, man. Should we hit out your tactics where you lot tried to bully us and it didn't work? Who cares? Arsenal prepared for set pieces for a long time. When they were leading, they didn't rush anywhere. The referee didn't rush them. I guess that's a compliment for us too. I mean, but the referee let you lot get away with murder, and the referee booked Mikel Merino where he won the ball and Saliba. So what you on about? And gave a silly penalty against you lot and gave it against us before it got overturned. Please. I was in charge of Gabriel, which was a tough one. So 100% focused on defending him. The ball went from his head to my head and then into my hand. I prayed that VAR wouldn't rule it out, which rarely happens. I don't know exactly what the rule was when the ball goes from my head to my hand. Unfortunately, it was a penalty. In the first situation, the referee told me that it went from Gabriel's head to my hand, which wasn't true. Apparently, the manager also criticized the decision. To be fair, I do think this article has done you lot dirty, because I wouldn't say you've hit out at Arsenal's tactics and you got me, but boy. Like